Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to the review of Red Harvest, the second studio album by the band Bloodsimple. Today we're celebrating the 15th anniversary of the record, so I've decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. I found out about this band because the vocalist Tim and the guitarist Mike are from the band Vision of Disorder. I think the first song from VOD that I've heard was from that 2001 nu metal album. Anyways, a few years later I've listened to that Roadrunner United CD and it reminded me about Tim and VOD, so I've looked up on the internet the discographies of the bands he was in, and one of those bands was Bloodsimple. Back then it was the year 2008, so Bloodsimple was still alive and kicking. Sadly the band later broke up, but VOD reunited. Nowadays I wish Bloodsimple would reunite, especially because VOD is not doing anything since like 2015. Besides the guys from VOD we have Nick Rowe on guitar, nowadays he's a music producer, and Kyle Sanders, the brother of the dude from Mastodon, and we have a hired drummer for this record. It's Will Hunt, you may know him from bands like Scrape, Dark New Day and Evanescence. Machine is the producer for this record. A fun fact, this is one of the first albums where Will Putney helped with the production. If you watch my reviews, you know that Will Putney is one of the best producers out there currently. He probably worked on like hundreds of metal albums since 2007. The production is tight, it's clean and heavy at the same time. The message is diverse, songs are about various topics, they mostly include murders and drugs for some reason. The structure of the music is pretty basic, we have intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge or a solo, and chorus again. Sometimes it's slightly different. The album's opener, Right With Me, is a cover of the song The End by The Doors. I have no idea why it's here. It kinda deceives the listener, because if someone bought this record back in 2007 without knowing what Bloodsimple is, they would come to a wrong conclusion that it's more of a rock band than a metal one. This is a very mellow track and has that southern vibe, and I am not a fan of this song, especially the singing here. Tim is one of my favorite vocalists, but here for some reason he just sounds mediocre at best. And the instrumental work is just okay. It's the weakest track on the record for sure, 5 out of 10, average stuff. Red Harvest is where the record should have started. The song is amazing, especially the instrumental work. Will is killing it on the drums. The guitarist, amazing riffs, especially in the verses. I love this classic nu metal riff, simple but effective. The bass is great as well, and the vocals are mostly perfect. I'm just not a fan of the chorus here. It's not bad, but it's not on the level of the rest of the music here and vocals. So 9 out of 10. The next song has a similar problem, but with the bridge. I don't know why it exists, but everything else is just beautiful. I love the verses here and especially the chorus, the riffs, the bass, the drums, everything, the vocals. Just that bridge was meh. So yeah, 9 out of 10. Dead Man Walking is a song that is featured in a video game, and it's also one of the weakest tracks on the record. It has a very commercial sound. I wonder if it was supposed to be a single with a music video, because the chorus here is beautiful, I love it. Everything else is mediocre at best. So yeah, this is just 6 out of 10. Out to Get You is a song that could have been legendary, but I really dislike the chorus. Everything else, from the instruments to the vocals, is perfect, but the chorus sucks ass. The vocals, not good. The instruments, nope. But the pre-chorus is just the best part of the song. 7 out of 10. Suck It Up is the fastest song on the record and probably the most brutal one. I just love the instrumental work here, especially the guitar work. The bass is great as well and the drumming just perfect. The vocals, amazing screams from Tim as usual, but the bridge here is just disappointing. I don't know why, but it's very slow and it's basically off-putting. Everything else is just perfect, so this is 8 out of 10 from me. That From Above has amazing vocals through and through, and the main melody is really good. I like it a lot, but it feels like the song is missing something. I don't know how to explain it, but it's still great. 8 out of 10. Whiskey Band and Hellbound is a track that has the worst verses on the entire record. I just cannot stand them. They are very weak, but everything else, especially the chorus, is the highlight of this record. Yet again a wasted opportunity here for a masterpiece, so 8 out of 10. Killing Time is my favorite song on this record. I have nothing bad to say about it. The vocals are just perfect and the instrumental work is flawless, especially the main riff here, which is very simple but amazing. I love to replay that song, especially that moment when there's just the riff dun 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 dun. I just love that part. It's amazing to headbang to it. 10 out of 10. Truth Thicker Than Water is the ballad of the album. I just love the vocals here and the overall atmosphere of the song. It's very calm and warm, but also it gets heavier. What I dislike about this song is some of the vocals and melodies in the bridge. Everything else is perfect. 9 out of 10. And the final song, Numina Infuscata. Another great song. I like the vocals here and the melodies on guitars and the bass and the drums. 8 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable and the flow is fitting. You're not going to skip anything except the first song. I feel like it doesn't belong on this album. Replayability, hell yeah, it's a great record. It has a different vibe than the previous album, but it still has some hard-hitting stuff, and also I enjoy the mellow parts as well. Just some of the sections and the vocals were a little bit too much for me. I recommend this album. Celebrate the anniversary with me, jam this thing today, it deserves some attention. That's all from me, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my other reviews. Bye!